anthology, what does that mean, bro? Because most anthology, if it's like American Horror Story, then it's like it's gonna be a whole different group of other people. But is it still gonna be named them with just like the Latino family or something like that? Like, what does that mean? Because now I know that them is, you know, the Caucasian folks. At this point, it's like you needed to give me a resolution. Like either one, they got locked up or they got killed. Like it took the easy way out.
I mean, you know, you're not just gonna sit here and play young, gifted, and black, and then just like dip the black and roll credits. You ain't gonna just do that to us.
No, that doesn't make sense.
But they did. They did it anyway.
That doesn't make sense. So it leads me to believe: is there gonna be a second season then?
That's what I've been asking ever
like
since
I got questions. I got questions. Because I mean, the guy even said, like, how do you know that after this is all said and done, that all this is gonna go away? I mean, technically, it should, because he manifested all this stuff. I guess. I mean, that's what y'all assume, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did all that and played on all of their weaknesses to keep them from really truly working together to get through it. But it's kind of like part of the whole reason why I love the show was that they're struggling against, you know, the society around them that's trying to hold them back as a black couple that's just trying to make it in Compton. But then you got like some spiritual forces that are also trying to influence them to lose their minds and to also fail. So it's like I love those. They went for it. I love that they went for it. But my issue and my question is like, what's the resolution here? Not just that. What was the point of the neighbor?
Exactly.
What was the point of White Karen? Like I know her name ain't Karen, but
no. I got the point for you. I got the point. No, her name is Karen. I got the point for you for Karen. See, her part honestly was a means to an end. Like it was all about you really trying to go down this path. You really trying to be about that life.
Better. Yeah, it is better.
And you know, you think that by going to the milkman that he's got your best interests at heart when clearly he's been pining over you from the jump. And then when you obviously are not reciprocating the same advances that he throws at you, he's left with no alternative. First of all, he's pretty much he's held you against your will for how many days? And then
who knows what to her.
And then, you know, and then on top of that, you know, she stabbed him. She stabbed him with the she stabbed him and proceeded to do nothing after that. So I'm sorry. At that point, you lost your only shot of getting out of there clean. And then the moment you think, oh, the one time the hatch just happens to be open, maybe I can get out of here and run to freedom. Nah, bruh. I got this sniper rifle waiting for you. Hold this bullet.
So, I mean, all that's cool, but
it's like, you know, but all in all,
what was the point?
But all in all is, be careful what you ask for. You were willing to go to this level of extreme of getting them killed. You tried going through your husband, knowing that your husband wasn't about that life. You know,
man, her husband was the only one with common sense,
with pure common sense.
Yeah,
and sure. You know, and when that obviously didn't work for you, you thinking that he's against you. So what do? First of all, you go to another man. A married woman goes to another man, asking for help on getting rid of neighbors that you don't like because racism. And come on, you should know. I mean, you're gonna go to the dude who was willing, and I mean willing, like the desperate best friend who wants to get with the chick. You know what I mean? You're gonna go to this guy asking for help.
I mean, to be fair, like how do I put this nicely? Her own prejudices couldn't keep her from falling. Like
her own prejudice is what did her in.
She literally couldn't let it go, and it's like it started with first like, oh, okay, they're here. I got to get rid of them. I'm gonna get everybody to go against them. Then it was like, okay, I can't get rid of them. Oh, okay, well, I'm gonna start playing stuff around their house. oh, okay, that didn't work because she slapped me right in the face. Now I'm gonna go back to my dad, who was a abuser and everything under the sun. Then all right, cool, I get away. Then it's like I still can't do anything. My husband still won't help, and now I'm gonna go with the milkman. I think that. I mean, it kind of looked like they were like doing stuff anyway. Like she didn't seem like she was really faithful. Like the moment that she really couldn't have children with this man, it didn't matter either way. It was kind of like she didn't have something she could control outside of him. And so for me though, I felt like, and this is just my biggest critique, is that she foundationally, to me, embodies the whole neighborhood. Like, if anything, how the neighborhood feels is a reflection of her. Like, It's kind of like, okay, Betty's gone, so now we're all just gonna like, that's unbelievable to me. Like, to me, what made more sense is that, you know what, all right, Betty got this milkman, you know, the milkman's like, all right, yo, this is what we're about to do, you know, and then he's like, all right, I got former military training. The husband be against it, but she's like, yo, he's the only one that's doing any results. Cool. Why? Like, same scenario, but then you got Betty, you know, leading the charge. That made the most sense to me, because then what we've all really wanted, what I've been wanting Betty and your girl Lucky to go at it straight up. Mm-hmm. Like, I've been waiting for that punch. I don't want to slap. Like, no, blows for blows, bro. Like,
son. Episode 7 was the most you were getting. But that slap was so satisfying, though.
No, it was good. It was good. But I'm saying that Betty is the craziest out of all the other neighbors, right? And it makes no sense that Betty wouldn't try to finish the job. It's the same lady that literally put sugar in somebody's tank. Yeah. Literally was willing to kill somebody. And it's
I was waiting to see what happened with the car.
What I mean, even just the fact that she stabbed him once, that it don't add up to her character. Not just that. I felt like the whole point behind this is that she was saying that no, they shouldn't belong. If Betty, you know, was alive and, you know, was in that situation when everything went down with the fire, that would have been interesting to me. And they just wasted her character. I felt like they built Betty up to just for nothing. And
they built her up, but boy, did she get the most satisfying death to me.
Oh no, yeah. I was straight up out of Django Unchained modern day style. Yeah, for sure.
I like the way you run, girl.
But even with that didn't make any sense either. Why the flip did he sniper? He could have ran her down.
No, see, you missed it.
Ran her down.
See, you missed it. You missed it where, you know, like he saw the writing was on the wall, you know. Like he kept her in that bomb shelter, right? And the moment she tried to pull a fast one on him by going to get ice cubes just so she can find a way to, I guess not kill him, but put him in some kind of pain. And this man had obviously a very strong threshold for pain, but he knew right away, yo, she reached that point of no return. If she thinks by stabbing me that this close to my freaking neck is enough, and obviously she did a very poor job because she inflicted very little damage doing that, nah, she got to go. In fact, I'm willing to bet any amount of money that this was something he was planning to do had she not kissed him earlier in episode what was that episode? Episode 8, when she first went to his house at the end. No, sorry, at the end of episode 7.
Yeah, it's possible. I mean, it's not something I didn't think about, but it's kind of like he easily could have miseried her. What I mean by that is he could just shot her in the leg, bro. He could have kept her there for as long as he wanted. He's like, oh, okay, now we're family. Yeah, you can't move anymore. And I kind of like removed your tongue because I got annoyed with it. Like, to me, if you're gonna go through those lengths and keeping her there, I was like, yo, she's gonna be stuck there for the rest. That would have made more sense for instead of him just shooting her in the back. Because kind of like he left the hatch open knowing
she was going to get out.
She was going to get out. It's like, okay, what was the point then? Like, if you're going to do all that, then torture attack, because he could have been killed her.
Nah, the point for him, I really do believe the point for him is we've reached the point of no return. She stabbed me. And
so you saying like he's like, oh, this dog done bit me, so yeah, it's gotta get put down.
I got to put you down. I really got to put you down.
What I do know? Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. You go ahead.
Is that Betty's husband? Once he figured, oh, she gone, he went and continued to live his best life. That's what I feel happened with him.
My man hopped in the car and said, "You know what? You can have the house, you can have the neighborhood. I do not care. I am out." Straight out of Dodge.
That man went to go be his authentic self. You know, I'm like, you know what? Go ahead, bro. He did not care about nothing.
Do you, King? Do you?
I don't even. Did he even call the cops, or was it the neighbor that called the cops? It was the neighbor.
This is what I told y'all. Everybody was going nuts over Betty except her own husband.
Yep. Yeah, it's fact.
When he saw how everybody was trying to cause a riot in front of this black family's house, he's the only one who's like, I want nothing to do with this. I didn't want nothing to do with this when y'all tried to have this little town meeting to get them out. Yep. I want nothing to do with this. This whole thing is stupid. Why are y'all being this extra over one black family moving in?
Yeah, matter of fact, what did set him off, he just said one word.
Oh, that was it.
One word.
That was it.
Man, crippled him,
bro. See, now what
his legs was going in ways. I was like, I ain't never seen
what we got. What we got was his episode 7. That was his episode 7. You dropped the F-bomb in front of him, or even worse, behind his back. Nah, bro. You already done got shot in the leg. Let me go ahead and help you out with that. Crippled.
It's funny because he had never gotten mad this whole entire show.
He didn't.
Not once. He had never gotten like mad or like spiteful or nothing.
In fact, he didn't even want to have nothing to do with going over to what's his name? Like going over to
their house.
Going over to the house with Mr. Henry. Because real talk. Had he came down and said, if you had, look, I'm gonna need you to ask me to come down. And if I come down, I'm like, there's gonna be some furniture moving, basically. And I know for a fact all he would have done was go after the one who he ended up shooting at anyway. Mm-hmm. He'd have went after him first. Other dude would have jumped in, and my man would have been like, you know what? I want no problems with you. I never had an issue with you moving in. Matter of fact, welcome to the neighborhood, sir.
So I'm gonna ask y'all a weird question. I'm probably gonna end up talking about it during whenever we do our review tomorrow for episodes 7 through 10 or whatever. So in episode 8, right? Episode 8 ended with the black family, of course, dying, cursing him, cursing the town, right? And then they all died in the church. They all burnt to death in the church.
Yeah.
And he burned in the cellar and made a pact with you know what, and then this continued down the spiral. But my question is this, bro. She cursed him and them, and then from that point until present day or the 50s, he's been tormenting and still been, influencing black people. Yeah. Like, she did the curse, she cursed him. But yet, how does it make sense that this whole entire time he's been doing this evil against black people? Like, it was like, I mean, from a consumer standpoint, I can understand why people were pissed, because it's like, oh, wait, I thought they died and cursed him, cursed the town. And it's like, it took one lady that went through more trauma than anybody could have ever imagined, that had the willpower to let go, to see and stop this man from continuing doing this. Like, these are supernatural forces that are causing black people to kill their family members, to go crazy and get lobotomized. Like, that's crazy, bro. Like, it's like, it's bad enough you already, are trying to fight, your own internal angst and fear from hating white people. Now you got to worry about supernatural racism.
Yes,
supernatural racism.
But let me tell you,
generational, bro.
But let me tell you something, Sam. He picked the wrong one.
He picked the wrong family. He picked the wrong family. I knew it. I said it. I said it before we started this episode. I was like, I felt like when I first started this, by the end of this, these black people are gonna kill everybody. Straight up, like they just gonna go crazy on him. I was like, it's an inevitability. I was like, this black family is gonna go crazy on everybody, and that's gonna be it. Like I just kind of felt it, and lo and behold, it happened. What's up?
Hey, what's going on?
You
So
really
yeah,
thought,
man, I finished it, dude.
Hey,
so like
So-
you really thought that by the end of it that the whole family was just gonna kill everybody.
Yeah, I was like, bro, like this is a lose situation. Like they're gonna end up losing it. But I was kind of like, I was like, how are we gonna get to there? How are we gonna get to the point where they lose their minds and get out of here? But so we were talking about this, Jorge. I don't like the way that it ended.
Yes.
Like the very last moment made no sense. There's no resolve. There's no, are they going to jail? Are they going to get shot? How are they going to get away with this? How's the husband that killed a freaking cop going to have any kind of justifiable deniability? Now, it was a lot of epic stuff that happened, but even with that, and I was telling these guys that I don't understand the supernatural racism, because this guy on episode 8 for generations have been leading black people to kill themselves, kill their family members, or go crazy. And yet the black girl put the curse on him. But he's been doing all these things, and it's like, okay, he influenced them to lose it and to perpetuate like looking like the actual issue, the real problem, but really no, like this is being done against them supernaturally that they don't have any control over one way or another. But there was no resolve to show where this is going to go, because it's like it's going to end the same as that way like everybody else, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
like I felt, and this is just, and you guys probably said this or maybe not. I felt episode 9 was completely useless to me. Like the Covenant 2, like that could have been done in 15-20 minutes, like explaining all that. Like to waste a whole episode on that, I thought was like a waste of 45 minutes.
Are you talking about episode 8? Where they...
No, episode 9.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like the one where you kind of get the whole story on like why the curse started and all that. I think it was the Covenant 2. Yeah, like that was just pointless to me. And then I felt the last the last 2 episodes just kind of like, it was still good, but it was so lackluster. Like I expected more, and like for realistically the only person to die being like the white chick that got shot at the end of the bunker, and like the white cop, like I'm like that's it, like that's all you came up with at the end of all this. So
yeah, so what I was saying to them is that I didn't like that they didn't. To me, I felt like Betty should have been the one, that ambushed Henry and the girls, along with the milkman. It didn't make sense to me that the milkman brought her there, put her through the situation, and then he killed her. Now I get it, but it's kind of like it wastes her character. Like it was all building with her. Yeah. And I was like, what would have been dope is if the milkman was like, okay, look, I know how to get rid of these black people. Y'all got to listen to me. It's not going to be easy, but y'all got to listen to me. And then Betty is the one reinforcing all this. To me, I felt like it was just kind of a waste of her character because his progression didn't go anywhere. Now, as far as episode 8, as far as the story, I'm glad that I got it because I understand how and why this guy was able to do all this. I don't agree with the power that he died from and then caused all these things throughout the situation, through the history of this town. I don't like that. Because it's like I've never heard of supernatural racism before.
Yeah,
supernatural race. Well, they did say racism is taught. Remember,
bruh. Look,
that was a whole town of early settlers in Compton that already were racist.
But it's like anybody that was in the area though that was black, were legitimately going crazy because of this supernatural force. Like it was literally causing people to go crazy and kill their family members. And like I don't even know, man. That's just dark. I don't really know what I would say. So for that standpoint, I appreciate the understanding of 8, but it's like at the same time, it doesn't. I don't know where this goes. Like either one, this is going to be another season, or they just literally dropped the ball on the ending to me. At least in the
This is why but this is why you heard me say in the chat that the ending just felt flat to me.
Yeah.
And I think you said it best because it was like the last 20 minutes. It was like blah, like nothing. And it's like I thought, like it was great seeing them conquer like all those spiritual demons, but at the same time, I was like, it can't be that easy. At the end of the day, like they basically just had to say like, nah, fool, like I'm not following you anymore. And the person was like, okay, cool, let me just go away another place, or like the mom had to come and just kill her. Like it just seemed like a cop out almost.
Like you want to know who had the easiest, and I'm talking about the most layup, kill on the supernatural racism. The oldest daughter.
Oh, you're talking about the axe to the back?
No, not the axe to the back. The one who got her to cut herself.
Oh yeah,
because like all the mom did was just show up, and
yeah, it's like the little girl, she had to actually do something, and then the dad, he had to subjugate himself to seeing what happened that he had never seen, which was rough.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I was kind of like, how were they going to resolve, the oldest daughter's problem? Like, if you're internally hating yourself, that's not something that's just going to go away like that. I mean, you can accept that you're not your mom, but you can't accept the real internal problem that you got going on, and that quickly. Because I was like, I mean, she did cut herself, but I don't know that this is all going to go away, because again, all these different entities were tied to him. Like these were all his aberrations. Like he did all this, so he was the focal point. The thing that I appreciated and liked, I don't know what's going on.
Whoa, killing mics, y'all.
Yeah, that was my.
Oh, okay. The thing that I appreciated was that Lucky's trauma, which is so unbearable, is that we never accepted the fact that we thought that she never let go, but she actually accepted it and moved forward. We thought that like she was legit crazy, and I felt like this whole entire show, but I was like, no, like she's messed up, she's damaged, but she isn't crazy. Like I appreciated them addressing that, and the reason why his influence didn't change or sway her one way or left or right. It just made her look crazy, but it wasn't controlling her like it was everybody else. Which was hard. It was hard to watch, and it's hard to bear because she bared through so much. So I really do appreciate the show for her character and the way they portrayed her. But I don't know, because he said something that didn't make sense. He's like, how do you know that this is going to end? How do you know this isn't going to just continue? And that's why I said, like, if this is an anthology, how do they continue this? Right?
Now I'm with you. That's why I want to know. That's why I'm hoping that either the second season is going to be a continuation, or something's got to give for that flat ending.
Yeah, because it literally feels like the next time you're gonna see this family, they're all gonna be locked up because they all kill somebody except for the little girl. Yeah. Well,
the little girl's
Lucky kill somebody? Lucky did kill that woman.
The body count on Lucky. First of all, she killed that white nurse that was about to lobotomize the black woman in the mental hospital. There was that.
Bro, the security guard, bro.
The security guard, yeah. Well, the security guard, more or less, she just put him under.
Oh no! I'm talking about the black.
The security guard. Yeah, that was great.
That was hilarious. He
was my
eye contact.
He was my favorite character for that episode. Just one look, didn't say a word, and he just looked at her and went straight back to his book like, I ain't seen nothing. This is not worth the $3.50 an hour.
Yeah, it's
Like,
just realistically though, they have 3 bodies on them as a family, maybe 4 technically.
mm-hmm.
How do they? You can't. There's no way to sweep that under the rug, bro. Like, I don't know how they would start season off from this point. But I would have rather them. Well, I take that back. I mean, Black Twitter's already upset with this show as it is, and that's part of the reason why I don't know if it's going to get a second season. But if they had ended it on a realistic ending, like, have y'all seen the alternative ending to Get Out?
Oh man, that alternative ending. If I seen that in theaters, it would have pissed me off, bro.
Exactly. And it's like, realistically, if they would have written the route that was the realistic route, then I think it would have pissed people off even more than the way that this ended. I don't know. I don't know if they created a creative way of ending it. I don't know. I don't know what I would have picked, but I wouldn't have just ended it like that.
I will say this, Sam. See, Black Twitter is tripping over this show, right? But will praise to high heavens, like Lovecraft, right? I'm gonna tell you something. If Lovecraft gets a second season and this gets canceled, I'm gonna be very upset.
Lovecraft is definitely gonna get a second season, bro.
I think.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'll accept that. But if they get a second season, but this gets canceled because of Black Twitter, I'm gonna be very upset.
From what I'm seeing, the only reason, well, it seems like the major reason that Black Twitter seems to be upset with this is because it's Caucasians behind it versus other creations, at least from like the trending posts that I've seen on it. Other creations were like, Black made.
So I got a theory. I think that that's just an excuse for them to not support an all Black cast because they don't want to just uprightly say that. I think what it is that legit, this is unapologetically the 50s, like in its entirety. Not just like the racial side of things, but like the mental, like all these different questions from every single family member is possible. Like, it's possible and plausible. Now, the supernatural element is one way or another, but I think that this went to different depths that people didn't want to feel. They didn't want to feel that when you got like people still dying out in the streets or circumstances still happening that remind them like, I can't believe we went through this and we're still going through that. And I think what really set people off for real, and that's one of the things I've been seeing everywhere is episode 5. Like, people, they couldn't accept it. It broke them. And I said it. I was like, they're not going to be able to take that. Like, it went a level that I don't want to ever see that again, kind of thing. And I can't believe the show had the audacity to do that. And then that's when they started saying like, oh, well, this was created by Caucasian writers and this, that, other. And
gotcha.
Like, they perpetuated this. But it really, the reality, that is something that's plausible. Like, that's something that could have happened. And it's terrible. And it's gut-wrenching. And to me, it was traumatizing. One of the things that softened the blow, and me and Jorge and Lucas were talking like, oh, yo, maybe this is a possibility that, this is all in her mind. And the way it was written, that was possible. I was like, yo, what if she actually did all this? What if it was possible that in her mind, right, like these people, they were never there. Like, nobody ever did it. And it was all her. But that wasn't reality. It actually did happen, which is even more mortifying. So I didn't have a reprieve from a supernatural standpoint. In a live stream. But yeah, man. Well, I appreciate y'all for watching this with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Appreciate y'all watching this with me. I'm about to wait. Was everybody here when we were looking at Jupiter Legacy? We all watching that together?
Yeah, we were.
Do y'all want to see the next episode?
I'm actually gonna call it a night.
Wait, what the heck is it? Who sent a private message?
Oh, wait. Episode of what?
Jupiter
Legacy.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought you was talking about Invincible, bro.
That episode ain't dropped yet.
No, I ain't got that yet. I'll
I
let
do
you know when I get it.
I do have a question though for y'all.
All right, Jorge.
So I know y'all been watching Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yep.
So with it only being 2 episodes left, are we getting another season, or is this just going to be like WandaVision, just 1 season shows?
They'd be stupid to not make a second season. I'll be very honest with you. Even if this ends with Bucky or Sam becoming Captain America, change the title. Captain America and Falcon. Captain America and Winter Soldier. Like straight up, like it would. Right now, this show honestly is going in a direction that I'm like, yo, this is freaking dope. And all the movies that they got lined up, there's no real need for either one of the characters. So it's like, no, continue on the second season and keep going. Because to me, I think that this would have worked better for a second season than WandaVision would. WandaVision, I don't want to see WandaVision again, to be honest with you. I definitely don't want to go through those weird time era things. Like it was only a one and done for WandaVision for me.
It really was. When you really get down to it and watch it, it's really a real one and done season. I mean, the most you can like Sam, I think you might understand where I'm going with this. The way WandaVision ended, it kind of reminded me of the ending to Maleficent, Mistress of Evil, where she finds out there's more of herself.
Yep.
You see her fly off into fly off through the clouds with others like her, and I'm like, yo, they are not doing a third movie.
Exactly.
Y'all went with this ending? Okay.
No point whatsoever at this stage. But no, I really do feel like you got a dope. Like you can do so much with Zemo, bro. You can do so much with Zemo, and honestly, even with this, super soldier serum crew or whatever they're called, like I really feel like they can just continue and progress this story. Like I want that. Like this is the first time I've felt like, okay, out of all the Marvel shows that they talked about, I want to see a second season for this. And it's kind of like, I'm down for Loki, cool. I'm down for She-Hulk, cool. Especially with the old black girl actress from Hamilton or whatever. I definitely want to see Moonlight. I think that could be really good.
You know who I would love to see them cross paths with, and if they do a second season of Winter Soldier and Falcon. Now that they got pretty much, since they did it, and Homeboy is more than happy to play the character again, bring on the Punisher.
Ooh. That would be dope.
Yeah, bring on the Punisher and just have him, whether he's a cameo or he's in a couple of episodes of Falcon and Winter Soldier throughout the second season or something. Just go ahead and start merging these universes together. I mean, shoot, if you can get a Homeboy to play Luke Cage again, I mean, let's get Luke Cage into the MCU officially.
Wait, Painkiller?
Yeah, they doing Painkiller. No, I'm talking about.
No. Somebody just texted me that they're doing a show called Painkiller.
Yeah, they're doing the spinoff of the character Painkiller from Black Lightning.
Is that
same dude?
Is it?
To which I'm still asking, who asked for this?
Do we have to?
Who asked for this is my question. Nothing against the actor. I just want to know why. Why are we getting the whole spinoff show for this guy?
Yeah, maybe I guess because they want Static to go to the movies.
Hold up. What happened? I missed that.
I
mean, we can't even get the we couldn't get a spinoff of Static Shock. Instead, we're gonna get Painkiller.
Yep. Yeah. They're putting Static Shock in the movies. Like he's gonna be going to the movie theaters. That's why we need to go ahead and finish this darn miniseries for any more terrible things happen.
All right.
But yeah, on that note, gentlemen, I am gonna go.
Yep.
If y'all are not trying to look at Jupiter Legacy, I'll probably look at some episodes and call it a night.
All right.
All right.
I'll see y'all later.
All right, y'all. Peace.
Later.